we have the radical for tree here. Okay, learning school have a tree. Oh, this one look like a lead, and this one, oh, pretty sure that this pattern of shock from the radical father. So a school is a learning place, and we have a lead, so like a place where your fathers or your parents worry can be put to rest. Hello everyone, I'm Frugal. For the next 3 years, I plan to spend 1 hour every day studying Japanese. In a world of out-of-control inflation, changing climate, AI revolution, and wild narrative, perhaps joining me on this linguistic quest is just what you need. Please don't be dismissive of the idea so quickly. They say, you never know unless you give it a go. How about sticking with me for 21 days? 28 days is a reasonable amount of time to form a new habit. It will also allow you to grasp a solid general feel of what the Japanese language is about and what I'm trying to accomplish here. At which point, should you decide that become proficient in Japanese is in no way, shape, or form the solution to the aforementioned problems, and that you should stop wasting your time immediately. It is fair. Today is day 6. I will continue with the core 2000 step 1, and afterward we'll try to get in as much grammar from the T Kim guide as possible. As usual, if you have a good mnemonic about any of the kanji, please don't hesitate to share. それを一つください. Please have one of this.
それを一つください。
Yeah, please give me one of those.
あげる。
あげる。あげる。To give.
この本、あなたにあげます。
Okay, I will give you this book. この本です。本 book. あなた、you, に the target particle, and あげます to give. Okay, no problem here.
こ
う like this kind of. Okay.
こう小さい字は読めない。
こう小さい字は読めない。I can read such small letter. An example sentence of ko like this kind of. Okay, let's see here. Ko in this way. 小さい means small, and ji mean letter. So small letter like this. Such small letter, okay. Where the topic particle and yomenai to read. Okay, so this can be mean to read. To read. We have the radical for speech here, so it makes sense that this one will mean to read in a way. Oh, this one is the radical for samurai. Roof, perhaps, or a pair of crown, and a pair of running leg. This looks like the second half of the continued kanji, Suzuki. But the radical for the first half changed from sing thread to speech, and this one is to read. Okay, maybe something good could come up from this kanji, and maybe some good mnemonic can be come up from here. But I got nothing right now.
学校。
学校 means school. Okay, so the first one here we already know mean learning. So learning place, this one means a place there. School, this one means school. Okay, learning school. We have the radical for tree here. Okay, learning school, have a tree. Oh, This one look like a lid, and this one, oh, pretty sure that this pattern of shock from the radical father. So a school is a learning place, and we have a lid, so like a place where your fathers or your parents worry can be put to rest or can be kept at bay. That is a school. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good.
学校は8時半に始まります。
学校は8時半に始まる。School start at 8:30. 8:30. Okay, let's see here. School, topic practical, 8 giờ han. So this is 8:30. Hachi is 8. Hachi is 8. Gì han? Hachi han, half an hour. 8:30. Ni ở tay á. So to 8:30, okay. Mà gì nghe to start, okay, no problem here. So this one must mean half an hour or something. Half, okay, half. Kanji that mean half. This look clean and simple. Half. Okay. It look like a stack of bricks to me at the moment. So there are like 3 layer of brick, and the first layer is already broken in half. So some Kung Fu master has already working his magic here. The first layer is already broken in half, but the second and third layer is still intact. Or maybe the second and third layer is already broken in half as well, but they themselves didn't realize it yet. Okay. Half, okay.
くれる
Be given, okay. Ageru mean to give, and kureru mean be given. Okay.
友達が誕生日プレゼントをくれた
Tomodachi ga tanjobi presento o kureta. My friend gave me a birthday present. Presento. Okay. Present. Okay. Let's see here. A friend gave me a present. To this friend, okay. Ga, the what was that? Identify. Yeah. Identifier participle. And birthday. Okay. We have this one mean life. This one mean day. This one must mean something of giving birth. Presento. Okay. Present. Oh, the object of verb, and curate, to give, to be given. To be given. To be given. This one should be to be given. Right? To be given, right? Curate, to be given, but somehow it's me, my friend who gave me. I was given. So Tomodachi is the one who give. My friend is the one who give. Oh, okay. So it's like there was a watashi wa, but it was hidden in this sentence. Okay. I was given a present by my friend because my friend gave me a present. Okay, that makes sense. And this one here, what do you mean? Bird. Okay. Mean bird. Oh, mean bird, but we have a speech here. So like, is this refer to the sound, the crying sound that baby make when they first come out? Maybe. Could this be the radical? maybe. Okay, and this one, okay, don't recognize this. More tomorrow, tomorrow.
起きる
Okiru. Okiru. To get up. To get out of bed. Okiru. This look like a bed. Okay. This look like this doesn't look like anything right now. This could be the number 2 or the letter S. Sorry, cannot think of anything at the moment. To get up. Okay.
私は毎朝6時に起きます。
私は毎朝6時に起きます。I get up at 6 o'clock every morning. Okay. Me, morning, 6 o'clock. Get up. So this one must mean something like every then. Every. It looked like a field, you know. Well, don't know what it is yet, but something. And then it looked like it could be a field. It could be, but maybe not. Okay. But I mean, if it is a field and it makes sense in a way that like you a farmer get up and go to tend to his field every day, you know. So it could be the mnemonic or the word meaning every day. But it could mean it's possible that this is not a field at all. Yeah. Anyway. 私มีwhere topic. My answer every morning. 6 o'clock target time. Wake up at the target time of 6 o'clock. Okay. Grammatically, no problem here.
春
And means spring. Okay. Spring. We have the sun here. And this sun is under some sort of roof. This looks like a small house at the moment, and it is like some sort of wave motion or cloud, or maybe bird. A spring, the bird come back from their migration to the small bird house. Spring. Okay, I think that makes sense. Okay. The bird come back to the bird house during spring. Okay.
今年の春は暖かいね。
What's this? 今年の春は暖かいね。It's warm this spring, isn't it? 今年 okay, we know this. Let's see here. 今年 this year? No. The spring of this year. About the spring of this year. It is warm. Ne. So this is the ne. You add ne to the end of the sentence and make it something like isn't it? Okay. And this one mean warm. Warm. We definitely have the radical for day or time here. But because it's warm, it is more reasonable to think of this as the sun. Okay, we have the sun. And we have something here as well. Don't recognize this at all. But this is a companion. Yeah, this is a companion. So the sun and companion. And does this look like a camping fire of some sort? So a companion is a camping fire, and it is therefore warm. A companion is warming himself up at a campfire. Okay, that could be it.
午前
Gozen. Oh, okay. Gogo mean afternoon, and Gozen mean AM. What do we have here? Is this some sort of lead? We definitely have the moon here. So a moon, and this one is a knife. A moon and a knife. Morning. So like after midnight, the moon is seen up at that time, but it is also slowing, going away. And this one means knife. And what's this? Some sort of lead. I feel like I'm close to something here, but also very far. The moon is threatened by a knife. It's morning. Okay. Nothing.
午前9時のニュースです。
午前9時のニュースです。And now for the 9 a.m. news. Yeah. It's 9 a.m. news make more sense to me. Morning 9. 9時 mean 9. 9 a.m. No news this. Yeah. Okay.
買う
Oh, okay. This one need to buy. We have an eye, and a shellfish, or a property, or wealth. So something like has an eye for buying property, has an eye for buying property, has a knack for buying a good property. Okay.
郵便局で切手を買いました。
郵便局で切手を買いました。I bought a stamp at the post office. This is buy a stamp. This one must mean stamp then. And they at the post office. This one must mean post office. Oh, wow. This one look intimidating right now. Post office stamp by. Let's start with stamp here. We have the hand. So considering the size of a stamp, having a hand here could make sense in a way. Stamp cut. So like a stamp is something that is cut to a hand size. A piece of paper that cut to a hand size is a stamp. We have the radical for a knife here, so if I say that it one mean to cut to hand size is a stamp. Maybe. Okay, cut to hand size is a stamp. Okay, and this one is post office, and like the first one mean okay, it doesn't mean anything right now, but at the very least I have the radical that look like a letter B here, but it signifies it's a place, right? And this one look similar to scale. I mean to use, right? Convenient. This one is convenient. Or mail or post. We have a person and like I would like to say it's a drill, but this one is broken. How? Yeah, this one look like a vehicle, I think, but like also a bit broken. A vehicle. Okay, this one will be very tricky. And we have a flag or a corpse here. So a stamp is some sort of a flag, a place that you stamp something post office. Maybe more on this tomorrow then. Maybe
別
this another different. Today we have a lot of kanji with the radical for knife. And it is a box, I guess, a box. And it could be another knife, maybe. And a knife. This could be a cake then, maybe. Using another knife to cut the cake. Well, it's not that good.
終わる
Oh, matter to finish, to end. So we definitely have a thread or sing here. Yeah, thread or sing. That's a string form or thread. Anyway, thread. And this one mean isn't this the winter? Winter? Yeah, winter. So the winter, the thread of winter, a thread at the winter, the end of a thread, the end of winter, something, but it means finish and end. Wow, my form is like terrible today. I didn't come up with a single good mnemonic so far.
宿題はまだ終わっていません。
宿題をまだ終わっていません。I haven't finished my homework yet. Okay. Okay, this good. 宿題を homework topic まだ not yet. Finish not. Homework is not yet done. Okay. Grammatically fine.
会議は4時に終わります会議は4時に終わります
What's this? 会議は4時に終わります。The conference ends at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Oh, okay. So this means end to the target at 4 hours. At 4 o'clock. This one means conference then. And this one means meet. We know this from the picture radical. This one means meet. Meeting, right? See? This one is meet. And this one means conference. Okay. We have a speech here, so if you want to say this a conference, I have no problem. And we have could it be a ship? No, I don't think so. Not a ship. This is a soil on the ground. Maybe. This one feels like a hand here, a hand here. And this one is definitely a spear. This one is definitely a spear. A hand, a spear, and speech. And it means to meet, to have a conference. This one to have a conference. A conference when you go hand to hand combat or spear to spear combat, or maybe hand to spear combat. Okay, maybe. Give. Okay, we are loping here. Okay, this is review. Yeah, we learned this yesterday, so yeah, it still look like a stack of book here to me, but it could also look like a bookshelf.
本を一冊買いました。
彼女の髪はとても長い。
Okay, this is what we learned yesterday. Is she had very long hair. First off, it's long. This one is long. This one is long. But it also, the hair also start with long, and we have something flowy. Actually, I say that this is the flowy, give a flowy feeling, but it is also a radical, that means hair ornament. And then we have long and hair and companion. Okay, hair is a companion of woman. The long companion of woman. Okay, right. See,
顔
khảo tụi bay. Khảo tụi bay tụi khảo is khảo is tụi bay. Khảo is face. We have something standing here, and then we have a cliff, and we have hair ornament, a cliff, a standing cliff, and hair ornament. Maybe this has something to do with a forehead, the white forehead. And then for the word face, the second half is, oh wow, what was it again? Face, cow, face, and something that had to do with the eye or the surface. Yeah, maybe something like the face is an important property. Your face is an important property, or maybe the place between the eye and the forehead is the most important part of the face. Or okay, yeah, okay, got that right. Often,
よくあの本をどこに置きましたか？
where did you put that book? Put, okay, to put.
あの本をどこに置きましたか？
This one is actually easy. We have an eye here, but eye and a cross, and then another eye. But I feel like this looks like a flower in a pot, and then someone put a flower in a pot on top of some sort of table or pedestal, and it means put or place. Yes. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. This one is written differently. How come? Okay. This one is written very differently. Oh. But Chi Chang Mak recognize it as. Okay. So like this is a case where the reading stay the same, but the writing use a different kanji to signify a very slight change in meaning. Or maybe it's just the form that is screwing with me. Well, okay. This is something to watch out for as well. Kiku. Okay, this one is yesterday. We have the gate, but I would like to think that this is a pair of eyes. and this one mean to ask, so this could mean like, this could be like an opening mouth or a speaking mouth, but also here, and actually this pattern of shape here is actually mean the ear, so it's both an ear and a mouth, so maybe that's why it means both hear and ask.
聞く
Ikiru, okay.
生きる。
あなたはどう思いますか？
What do you think of this?
彼女はラジオを聞いています。
Listening to radio.
皆、一生懸命生きている。
Okay, okay. Isokenme, living your life as fast as you can.
皆、一生懸命生きている。
Okay, Mina first. Mina is something like this. Mina. And these two strokes actually mean to compare. And then we have a little sun, or actually mean white. So white is a comparable color. Or yeah, white is a comparable color. And somehow it means everyone. Everyone can compare the white color. Yeah, okay, that could be it. Everyone can compare the white color. And then we have Ishokenme, which is, I feel like an idiom, because we have 4 different kanji. One, life, and then the 4th one is easier, so I will start with that. This one means like mean life or destiny or reality or something. Yesterday I said that like live like you have only one life. It makes sense in that way. Live like you have only one life. This one means suspense, and it's really difficult here. There is an eye, and this eye is on some sort of pedestal. And then we have thread. Right? Thread is usually, so far I think thread is used in every single kanji that means something continuous or something that is long. And finally we have the heart or spirit, right? Heart and spirit. Okay, I got that right.
言葉、
Word, kotoba. Word, okay. Something we learned yesterday as well. First off is the speech, or language, or word, or whatever, or say. And then, okay, this one is very fun. We have grass, and we have a tree, and somehow the middle part here, somehow it means realm or world. So like in a world of tree, the grass is a leaf. This one means a leaf, right? Grass is some sort of leaf. I think that's true even not in tree term, but there's a in common sense term. Anyway, in the world of tree, grass is a leaf. In the world of language, word is also a leaf. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Hon.
本
Okay. Cow, there's no problem here. This one is a hand. Yesterday I speculate if it is a spear. It is not a spear. This one somehow means piling. I don't know what they mean by piling, but also mean a ceremony ritual or something. Okay. And this one I speculate yesterday mean craft, and it is really craft. Anyway, this one mean to wipe. We have a hand, so it mean that it's an action, and it kind of look like a person and a ghost. like wiping or cleaning a table or a small chair or a stool here. So this one means to wipe. Yeah, we have a hand and look like a person is wiping a chair or a stool. Oh, okay.
彼はタオルで顔を拭きました。
I think everything is covered. Okay. Next, we have private time for grammar today. Okay. 3.9 transitive and intransitive verb. What is transitive? Am I even saying this right? Transitive. Not have any bell here. In Japanese, sometimes there are two types of the same verb, often referred to as transitive and intransitive verb. The difference between the two is that one verb is an action done by an active agent, while the other is something that occurs without a direct agent. In English, this is sometimes expressed with the same verb, such as the ball dropped versus I dropped the ball. But in Japanese, it's become boru ga something something versus boru o something something. Okay, so ga become o because o signifies the object that is affected by the verb, and ga is like specify the person who is doing the verb. So that it is changed. Okay, I think that makes sense with the grammar knowledge we know so far. Sometimes the verb change when translated into English, such as to put it in the box versus to enter the box. Okay, but it could also be written in a way to be say like to be put in the box, right? I'm sure there's a way to say that. To be put in the box, like to enter the box. But it is only from the difference in language. If you take in Japanese, intransitive and transitive verb have the same meaning, except that one indicates that someone had a direct hand in the action, direct object, while the other does not. While knowing the terminology is not important, it is important to know which is which in order to use the correct particle for the correct verb. Since the basic meaning and the kanji is the same, you can learn two verbs for the price of this one kanji. Let's look at the sample list of intransitive and transitive verb below. To something something, tosu means to drop, and something something, chiru means to fold. Oh, hey. So this the verb is changed a little bit. Deru to take out, deru to come out, desu to take out, deru to come out, ireru to insert, and iru to enter. Oh. So actually I feel like this is not much different from English. So like it's like when you change between an active sentence and a passive sentence. Like I am learning Japanese is an active sentence, but the passive could be like Japanese is learning or is learned by me. I learn Japanese active and Japanese is learned by me. So it's still the same verb, but it is a structure or change in a slightly different way with the to be verb. And in Japanese example we show here is the same kanji, but the okurigana attached to it change a little bit to like to switch between transitive and intransitive, or like to say to change between an active sentence to a passive sentence. Okay, I think this is very similar to English, very similar. This feels very similar. 9.1, pay attention to the particle. Okay, so the particle change. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have the example that the ga particle in the negative sentence change to the o particle in the passive sentence. Yeah. So like learn become is learned. Okay, very similar to English here. The important lesson to take away here is to learn how to use the correct particle for the correct type of verb. It might be difficult at first to grasp which is which when learning new verb, or whether there even is a transitive intransitive distinction. If you are not sure, you can always check whether a verb is transitive or intransitive by using an online dictionary. Ooh, okay. So in the example of learn become is learned, or are learned for plural, I mean in English it's easy to tell and easy to change from active into passive, but with the okurigana here, it seems like it will take a lot of more work to remember each, because like doesn't seem there is any rule here. They just change into whatever they like. Okay, this guy is going to be many mistakes here. My God. Okay. Example. Watashi ga Densha whatever electric. So I am the one that turn on the light. And the passive sentence, what the passive sentence is the light ga itai itai the light turn on, and turn off the light and light turn off. Yeah. Okay, so it's a situation when you switch between ga and o. Already kind of realize this. So it could also be a situation between o and ha. Okay, I mean that makes sense. The important thing to remember is that intransitive verb cannot have a direct object because there is no direct acting agent. The only time you can use o particle for intransitive verb is when a location is the direct object of a motion verb as briefly described in the previous section. Okay. Oh, what's this? Related clause and sentence order. Okay. 3.10 relative clause and sentence order. Sentence order like subject, object, verb. Okay. 10.1 treating verb and state of being like adjective. Have you noticed how many forms of verb and the state of being conjugate in a similar manner to adjective? That is because in a sense they are adjective. For example, consider the sentence the person who did not eat went to bank. The did not eat describe the person, and in Japanese you can directly modify the noun person with the clause did not eat just like a regular adjective. This very simple realization will allow us to modify a noun with any arbitrary verb phrase. I mean, this is not so different from English. You can have a very lengthy like a description about a noun, like super mega ultra duper awesome chicken. Like this in just like a phrase. You know what I mean. So in English you have very lengthy, let's say it is an adjective as well. 10.2 using instead of being clause as adjective. Did I skip something here? No. The negative past and negative past conjugation of verb can be used just like adjective to directly modify noun. However, we cannot do this with the plain non-past state of being using there. So you cannot use there. The language has particles for this purpose, which will be covered in the next section. So you cannot use that to directly modify a noun with a noun like you can with data, janai, and janai kata. You can, however, have a string of nouns placed together when they are not meant to modify each other. For what does that mean? You can have a string of nouns placed together when they are not meant to modify each other. So like, isokenme, like that. For example, in a phrase such as International Education Center, you can see that it is just a string of nouns without any grammatical modification between them. Sure, it's not an education center that is international or a center of international education, etc. It's just International Education Center. I mean, in English, you can just pick a bunch of nouns and stick them together as well, and like they just work as a giant word or mess or phrase. So it doesn't feel that different from English at the moment. In Japanese, you can express this simply, something senta. You will see this chaining of nouns in many combinations. Sometimes a certain combination is so commonly used that it is almost become a separate word and is even listed as a separate entry in some dictionaries. Some examples include, this been very much like isokenme here. You have difficulty in figuring out where to separate the word. You can paste them into a dictionary and it will pass you the word. Okay, this is why I use Chichan Light. Okay. Do I want to know what this forward means? No, I do not want to. 10.3 using relative verb clause as adjective. Verb clause can also be used just like adjective to modify nouns. The following example shows us how this allows us to make quite detailed and complicated sentence. The verb clause is highlighted. So last week, sen su ni e gà ức e gà sen su ni e gà o ni ba chim. So a person who saw a movie last week is who is a person who watched movie last week. Bố vừa qua Izumo Benkyo Suru Hito Da. Bob is a person who is always studying. Okay. Super ultra mega awesome chicken. Super mega awesome chicken. Okay. 10.4 Japanese sentence order. Okay. It took 66 pages for us to get to the sentence order. For me, sentence order is some of the things I have to research right away when I learn language. So here for the guy, it took 66 pages. I think I already went over the verb, object, and the subject, verb, object, right? Okay, let's see. Now that we learned the concept of relative clause and how they are used as building block to make sentence, I can go over how Japanese sentence ordering work. There's this myth that keep floating around about Japanese sentence order that continue to plague many helpless beginners to Japanese. Here how it goes. Well, yeah, I'm missing a page here. Okay. The basic sentence structure in English can be described as consisting of the following elements in this specific order: subject, verb, object. A sentence is not grammatically correct if any of those elements are missing or out of order. Japanese students will tell you that Japanese, on the other hand, while frothing at the mouth, is completely backward. Even some Japanese teacher might tell you that the basic Japanese sentence order is subject, object, verb. It is a classic example of trying to fit Japanese into an English-based type of thinking. Well, so like I was wrong or something. I mean, it does make sense in the subject, object, verb situation so far. So, of course, we all know, right, that the reorder of the fundamental Japanese sentence is verb. Anything else that comes before the verb doesn't have to come in any particular order, and anything more than the verb is, and nothing more than the verb is required to make a complete sentence. In addition, the verb must always come at the end. That's the whole point of even having particles, so that they can identify what grammatical function a word serves, no matter where it is in the sentence. In fact, nothing will stop us from making a sentence with object, subject, verb, or just object, verb. The following sentences are so complete and correct, and the verb is at the center of the sentence. Grammatically complete and correctly ordered sentence. Watashi wa what? Watashi wa koen o kwende o something o bento lunch o tabeta I eat lunch at the park, and then kwende. Oh, so Koen go first. Watashi wa. Okay. So the verb is at the end, but subject and object can change freely. It is really allowed. So don't sweat over whether your sentence is incorrect or just remember the following rule. A complete sentence requires main verb that come at the end. That this also includes the implied state of being. Complete sentence relative clause can be used to modify noun to make sentence with nested relative clause, except in the case of that. Okay, I will stop here. But this last bit about the subject, verb, and object needs a bit more pondering from me personally, because I believe in the subject, object, verb for so long, and this is wrong. So only the verb is at the end. The other part can be whatever. Wow, that is really blowing my mind right now. Anyway, I will stop here for today. Thank you very much for watching. I have a link in the description that led to a Google Drive where you can read the stroke diagram along with some other note or grammar note I think could prove useful. As usual, if you have any good mnemonic, if you have any mnemonic about, if you have any mnemonic about any of the kanji, please don't hesitate to share it. So, bye for now.
世界各国の政府は崩壊。かろうじて残った行政機関が現在の人口の調査を試みた結果、サノスは宣言通りのことをやってのけたみたい。地球上の生き物の半数を消滅させた。